Hello, welcome everybody. A little bit of the sniffles. Oh, it's not that I'm cold or have a cold. I just sneezed, so I think it's just allergies or what have you. So welcome. Hope everybody's having a great day today. Sending you guys out so much positive love today, positivity with all the shenanigans that are going on right now, and energies that are flying around. Man, there's been I feel like I'm in or going into what you would call a sabbatical. A sabbatical is time that you take, you kind of take off and to learn something or to gain knowledge or taking a break from what you are doing. And I feel very much that with all that has been unfolding for me since the last while, um, taking time is becoming so prevalent. And it's amazing how my energy is really going with the energies of the planets and how they're laying out. Now, the moon is in Leo, and I don't have any um energy in Leo, like in the sign of Leo, but my astrology, my chart is in house 5, which is Leo. So Leo is a ruler of house 5 in your astrological chart. So when you look at your astrological chart and you look at 5, house 5, that's Leo, but it may not be Leo in there. It might be Libra or Cancer or something else. Mine's Scorpio. So the Libra or the Leo energy of the heart of creativity is there, and it's in the heart of working with that of Scorpio. So I have this energy of working with Leo, and my sun being in Leo, having it shine. So we have the moon today in Leo. So the moon's there, and it's opposite Saturn, and Saturn is squaring Uranus, and so and then let me get this straight. And then the moon is squaring Uranus. So we're coming up to that for the second part of this Uranian Saturn square. And with that moon in Leo, it's the love moon. It is the heart moon. It is the moon that's coming in to talk to these two big dudes. We also have, and this is one of the stars that has been coming in for me quite a bit, is Arcturus. Arcturus is the knee of Hercules. It is the one with the bear. And Arcturus, you could see it in the southern hemisphere. Like if you look out in the south, you'll see it's kind of a big red sort of star. Very easy. It's very visible. Star, and sometimes it shines through my kitchen window and comes through the kitchen window. So this star is, Mercury is on that star. But it brings in goodness. Like wants to bring in good communication. It wants you to, it is that North Star. It is that leader wanting to lead you somewhere better, taking you on that lead. And with that communications with Mercury, it's wanting to give you these ideas and can, have you tap into leading you to a new way, a new world of doing it. Now, out of all stars, I mean, there's some really nasty stars up there. I shouldn't say that, but stars that hold a little different types of energy that sometimes can be a little bit, can be a lot. Just let's say that. So we have this beautiful star that's there. And with this star, it is wanting to bring in communications. Now, let's go back to this square that's happening. And it's quite interesting when you dive into this and you dive into this energy. Because with the moon, it's coming in and it's sort of in the middle of this energy. And it's wanting to talk to Saturn, or Uranus. Let's go with Uranus first. And he wants to go to Uranus. And, and he's having a chat with him. And these are big dudes. These are big dudes because Saturn and Uranus are linked through Chiron, through a bridge. I see a bridge always linking the two of these guys do, because there's our meteorite belt, and then Uranus is on the other side. And then there's Chiron in between, doing his crazy little orbit there. And there's this moon coming in and wanting to have a conversation with these two. And the conversation is about love. And yeah, what? They don't want to talk about love. They don't want to talk about love, blah, blah. And Uranus is like, yeah, I know, the moon goes, well, you got, what about love? I mean, you guys are talking about relationships and change and changing in this world. And you got to think that Uranus is Saturn, Uranus is kind of, with this energy, wanting to bring in change, and he's in Taurus. But who does he have to answer to? He has to answer to Venus. Venus is in Cancer, so emotional, like there's a lot of emotion that's going on, and Venus has to answer to the moon, and the moon's in Leo. So we have, because she's in Cancer, and the moon rules Cancer and Venus rules Taurus. Okay. So see where I'm going with this? I know it's just like, oh my God, it sounds like my family, my genetics of my family. But they're having a conversation, and he goes, whatever you're doing, or whatever you have to do, especially within this world, because Taurus, think of everything to do with Taurus. Taurus rules, this mundane world, renewal, money, relationships, relationships and health, and even rules health. So we have this energy coming in to want to change that, to bring in love, to bring in this energy of love. Now, Uranus gets that. He understands that. But he goes, there's a lot to do there, and it's very emotional. So he has, very slow moving energy to do this. And he knows it. And he knows that he has to go forward in order to create something new. But the moon is suggesting, in order to create something new, why don't we just create it with love? And he goes, oh, okay, I get where you're going. Let me, okay, let me just murmur this all over. So then the moon goes over to Saturn. Now Saturn is opposite. Oppositions are it's like somebody on the other side of the road. Like, this is an opposition. He doesn't want to hear what you have to say. He's like on the opposite side, and he's like, yeah, what do you want? That's Saturn. Like, I'm back in this house. It's kind of like my vacation house. I'd like to have a vacation, but it hasn't been much of a vacation since I've been here, and I have to go talk to, the new owner of this house, which I don't really want to talk to, which is Uranus. And because Saturn's in Aquarius, and the moon's going, but how about if we begin to talk about some love? And the moon, he's like, oh my God, why every time you're in Leo, you want to talk about love? What the fuck's love? Things got to get done. And he goes, but you know what, Saturn? You're exalted in Libra. You love Libra. Yeah. Well, Libra's all about relationships, and relationships are all about love. Yeah, but there's other things. Yeah, I know, but there's something there that you need to start looking at. Fine. Got to start looking at new ways, or starting to implement the energies of love. Now, this is like looking at, because this is like, the signs of your dreams, your ambition, and your future, and aligning with that. But to align with that, you got to have love with that. You got to have, that energy of saying, yeah, that feels right. That's what I'm going to align myself with, because that's where I want to go. And this moon is trying to edge these two big dudes who have, they're really grumpy planets, to make these changes. And Uranus wants to make changes and shifting the way that we deal with money, the way that we do with career. Pluto has is in Capricorn, wants to, with the structures and bringing in something new with when it comes to, our government, our hospitals and the whole bit, and he's trying to create all this disruption here. And then here comes Uranus is saying, you know what, oh man, this is a lot to do, and you just want me to think about love? What are you into, this sentimental bullshit? And Saturn goes, yeah, you into this sentimental bullshit? Look at, Pluto's digging up a bunch of shit over here. Yeah, but we got to deal with it in a new way. Whoa. And he says, yeah, I don't mind being in that sentimental bullshit. And I know it's frustrating. I know it's that we might feel unhappy or we need to make these changes, but we're having a difficulty with it. And there's a lot of emotion, and Venus is in Cancer, and there's a lot going on. And there's still a little bit of confusion, but we got to go towards the happy. And they come back and they say, well, yeah, but there's a lot of shit going on down there. There's a lot of, crap. Look at everybody's all confused. They don't know what to do. They're arguing amongst themselves. They're talking about some crazy shit over here, something about woke, and then something about being, they don't like these people. They're talking about punching people who don't want to take a jab in their arm. You want us to talk about love? Yeah. Because that's how we're going to make the change. That's how the energy comes in. They're like, oh, and the thing is that love helps us to be accountable, helps us to be truthful to who we are, helps us to stand within our values. And then our values bring in these parts of ourselves so that we are able to create the new world that we are wanting to have. So here we got Uranus saying, okay, let me go forward with this, and I'm going to go forward with this energy. Saturn goes, okay, I'm in retrograde, so let's review a lot of this. And I'll be here till October, so we got some time to review, so that we can create the new changes. And then with Mercury saying whatever ideas that you're getting, and with Arcturus, that we can create something good. We can create something that's going to bring us in alignment with our relationships with ourselves, better health, better ways that we treat the earth. We are in this world, and this world, there's a lot of, we've come in here on some heavy duty assignments. And some of us don't want to do those heavy duty assignments, but this is where we're at. And with the energies at 13 degrees with Saturn and Uranus, and they're in fixed signs. And this is bringing in the energies of what we need to bring into the world. What do we need to fix? And we're going to feel it. Especially with people with, who are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius between 11 and 15 degrees. Feel the strongest around this now. And, for me, that's my major planets are all in there, except for Venus is at 29. So bringing these changes in, bringing in new ways of communications, bringing in the heart of the energies, and allowing ourselves to be smarter in the way that we do things, to be more creative, to be more planning things out, thinking of how we're going to do this and not hiding away. Because we are highly intuitive people. We all do have that energy. But this is where, there's frustration right now. And this is creating frustration, but it's through that frustration that we have to work it, feel it to work it out. And I know we were, when I say, this, we got to go in to do some of this work, and you're just like, oh my God, I'm tired of doing this inward work. But it's okay, because we have to find that place of what do you really need to let go of. And that's where, the energies come in, because there's this, I pulled out the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is very romantic, intuitive, sensitive, very sensitive. But there's something that needs to be released, the Five of Swords. And then we got the Five of Wands, or the seven of Swords and the Five of Wands. So this is all around trusting the changes that are coming forward, trusting that change that needs to come forward in order for us to create the changes that we need. And with this, it's like looking at the obstacles that are there, because there's obstacles that are in front of us that stop us from that truth of where we want to go. And I pulled out the Lady of the Lotus Born, Yeshi, and I'm not gonna Sogai. And this is where the embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. And that's where we're at. Our bodies are made for enlightenment. Our bodies are made for this diverse energy that's coming in, and we can create it. We can step into it. There's a lot of work in doing it. But is there? Because I feel sometimes we make it harder for ourselves than what it really is, because the fear that if it's too easy, it's not worth it. Or if it's too easy, it can't be real. But when we're going with our happiness, our bliss, then it's easy. Then we choose easy world, not difficult world. And this is where this is coming in. It's like, what world do you want to choose? In this new energy, with this new paradigm that's coming in, what energy do you want to choose? Easy world or difficult world? Which one do you want to flow into? The happy train or the bitch train? That's where it's coming in. What road do you want to start stepping into? And this is allowing ourselves to break away, to become, that independence that we know that we need to have, that independence from the craziness of out there, the craziness of the world, and allow ourselves to generate. I was just listening to Dolores Cannon, and Dolores Cannon talked about 3 waves. The first wave was like that was born after 1945. So the first wavers, and they're hard. This is like each wave has something to do with the world and the changes that are coming in. And the first one, didn't want to be here. There's emotions, there's anger, there's fear. A lot of them tried to commit suicide and tried to escape, because they knew they just could not, they just didn't want to be here. But they were the ones that to come in to make the changes. Then the second wave. The second wave are the ones that are in their 30s, sometimes late 20s right now, 40s. They're the antenna, and I've always seen them, because I have 2 of them, as we call them, the millennials of this energy. They're the loving energy. They don't, they have trouble with people. They don't like people. They want to work from home. They want to hide, but they are these generators. They were the ones that I call the first to come in here to create the change, to create the love. But it's difficult for them because they feel all the energies, but they're here to change the energies. They're here to make the changes. They are the generators. And a lot of them in that generation are either master generators or generators that I have seen. And being the master generators, that means that they are there. When they can go into a room, they will change the energy in that room automatically, right? So they come in, and their job is to be. Their job is just to be. And that's what I even saw within the millennials. Their job is to be, to create the change, to create that change of love and harmony within wherever they are. Most of them, on average, don't have children because children creates a karma. Some who've tried to have children have had a difficult time getting pregnant because they're not meant to have children. But they decide to say, I want to have that experience. I want to have that experience. And children hold that karma because that holds the karma to this world for us to continue coming back. Third wave. These are the hope for the world. These are, their DNA has changed. So those that are, I would say some of them are 10, some of them are 12, some of them are, in their teens and 20s, early 20s. This generation has a whole new DNA. They have a whole new way of looking at the world. They don't want to deal, they're totally misunderstood. They vibrate differently. They vibrate at a higher frequency. They're the ones who are coming in to create. Some of them even know already what they're going to do. Some of them are creating foundations, and they're only 10 to help children of the world. It's phenomenal. There are these energies that are coming in to say, yes, we are wanting to create a change. Now, some of them have Pluto and Sagittarius. Some of them have Pluto in Capricorn. Now, the ones with Pluto in Capricorn, what I've seen, and this is this other wave that I'm seeing coming in, they are going to be the leaders. Because they have that Pluto in Capricorn, they're wanting to make a whole new foundation. Because Pluto in Capricorn is a disruption of what is going on. Pluto coming in is disrupting what is going on, disrupting the world around us. And that's what he's doing. I mean, he's done that since 2008. He's been disrupting the financial situation, the health situation, the governments, bringing in all of this stuff and showing it to you. The truth is coming out. And we're seeing it. More truth is coming out. So this is where this next generation that's coming in, that is wanting to create change, but creating that change is bringing in a harmonious vibrational energy. They don't want war. This second wave and the from the second wave on, they don't want war. The second wave, I feel like they're the ones that they want to come in and they want to protect, they want to love, but they don't want to fight. They don't want the violence. And same with the third generation, the third wave. They don't want the war. They want to bring in the peace, but they're dealing with a lot, because you're given choices when you come in to this world, and they have chosen maybe not to go along with it. I've seen people's charts, and when I look at them and I see, wow, you've come in here, but to do things, but they're not. And they wonder why they have different ailments or disruptions or crazy addictions and stuff, because they found it very hard to stand up to do the work that they come in to do, or they get stuck in an old routine or an old pattern that was supposed to be one that they come in to fix to go on, but they stay in it. And I mean, I'm guilty of that too. So, I mean, we're all in some kind of little pattern of learning and allowing for that releasement to go on. But I find it interesting with the astrology that's happening now is awakening us in order for all to take the truth stand for love. And that's where we're at. And we're shaking things up. The more you shine your light, you shake things up, because they don't want the light. They don't want to see you. They don't want to hear you. So that's where, with Mercury on Arcturus is having us to take a look at it. And Mars is conjunct, quincunx, I should say, with Jupiter. And that's, again, that's a message of love. Love is letting people to figure shit out too. It's not for you to do everything for them. They got to figure their shit out as well. And this is, bringing in this shifting of energy and getting us to look at where are we allowing ourselves to be exalted. in our lives and standing in that exaltation. So I'm going to leave you there with that and standing in your love. And I hope that you go forth and shine your light. I have a new class coming up, Tapping into Your Blue Flame. Starts July 7th. Please join me on this beautiful transformational change. This is going to be a very powerful 6 weeks, and it's going to help you to create the changes and tapping into your own truth. So have a blessed one, and may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Blessed be everybody. Go outside and enjoy the sunshine, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.